The bottom left of the map in the red color, we have our player from Team Prime. It is BBoongBBoong Prime. Lost the first game on Belcher Beach and is now up against his opponent once again. Looking pretty calm. To the top right in the blue colors, we have Zenio, his opponent. Kind of spoiled that.
Spoiler alert!
Who's it gonna be? It is
Liquid Zenio.
Who would have thought?
Alright, since you mentioned spoilers here, I gotta go on a little rant. I gotta talk a little bit about spoilers in esports, man. I actually get so many messages, I see so many threads, Team Liquid and Reddit, people complain about spoilers. Listen, if you visit the biggest foreign StarCraft website, teamliquid.net, a day after a match, and you're upset because someone spoiled the results, I think there's a problem here. I think actually you gotta rethink your whole life if that's a problem for you. If you are following StarCraft people on Twitter and they tweet about a match and you're reading those tweets before you watch the match and you're upset that you read those, you should be upset at one person and yourself.
I completely agree. That's one thing that I never get. It's like, for example, I was not able to watch the Super Bowl live. I was not able to catch it, so I wanted to watch it later, and what did I do? I didn't want to spoil the results, so I didn't visit any sports website, any football sites whatsoever, because I knew that the headline would include the result and who won. It's just so obvious. If you don't want to be spoiled, then don't visit any websites that actually deal with the topic.
I know, it's just actually absurd. But anyway, I'm glad you and I agree on this color. I'm glad we could just vent about that for a second because it's been driving me crazy, man. We're going to see two overlords become friends.
That's the tag team.
I think the blue overlord doesn't like the red one. The red one's set to follow command, though, I think. The blue one.
I think the blue one is just K and the red one is J.
Actually, he's on attack command, man. Look at that, the bottom right. I saw that. He's on attack command.
You can't attack command an overlord?
I guess so, man.
This is wrong. This is just wrong. What's he gonna do? Annoy you to death?
He's just gonna start using his overlord voice management. Like, the blue overlord's like, leave me alone. Like
until you bleed out of your ear.
Blue overlord, man, he's fed up with that. The red overlord won't leave him alone. But we're going to see the first two Zerlings actually take control of the towers.
By the way, talking about overlords, do you see that there's going to be a new Man in Black movie?
No, I heard about it, but I haven't seen any trailers or anything. I heard the premise, but I thought it was kind of interesting, but I forgot it already. It was a while ago when I heard about it. But yeah, I had heard that.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. That's pretty cool.
Okay, I'll check that out later. Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Well, in the game itself, we have the Baneling Nest now. The Baneling Nest for Zenio, I think. Yeah, we have a little bit of a problem, ladies and gentlemen, today because of the patch. We had some problems with the versions of StarCraft 2 version, so we don't have an in-game observer today. We completely rely on we always rely on Legend, but today it is really like crucial.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we see exactly what you see on the stream. We don't have the in-game observer just today, but that's something that will definitely change. Just because on some servers the patch is already out, on others it isn't, and we are obviously playing the older version now.
Very true. The patch is not out in Korea just yet, but it is out. Obviously, it will affect tournaments this weekend, like Assembly and MLG Winter Arena, so it's something to think about. And right now, these players both playing very standard. Triple Spines and Double Queen for Zenio, really playing defensively here as he starts to gas up.
The Baneling Nest for BBoongBBoong, by the way, not for Zenio, so I could just spot it on the production tab.
Yep, and Roche Warren going down for Zenio now. So he is just going to inch ahead here again, I think, Kaldor. He's going to hold this no problem. He's already got 3 spines. He's got his ramp blocked. And this pressure from BBoongBBoong should be shut down really easily, especially based on the positioning of those spines. He can even defend his mineral line quite well with those.
Yeah, he should be able to attack each one of the Banelings. This is exactly what happens right now, killing most of them. Very nice blocking with one of drones. I have to say that Zenio is playing really, really well, and so far I'm a little bit disappointed by BBoongBBoong, to tell you the truth.
Look at this, 2 workers killed in total, and I don't even think either of those were in this particular engagement necessarily. The Spine Crawler was damaged, but he has the extra queen. That's what I really like. He has 3 queens, He's got the queen block, and he's got the extra queen, so he doesn't miss any injects. Plus, the queen there, she blocks, she gets injects, you know? I mean, it's just good to have that third queen down there.
On the other hand, we have 4 spine crawlers, which is a lot. There are a lot of minerals that went into the defense, into the extra queens, into the spine crawlers as well. And BBoongBBoong is now attacking. He realized that his opponent has a lot of spine crawlers, a lot of minerals invested into his defense, and it looks like he's going for a Mutalisk play. He is adding additional spine crawlers, and quite a lot of them, so he's getting rid of all his minerals. He's harvesting gas from 4 extractors and taking to lair. I think we are going to see a Spire Wolf.
I think you're right. I mean, we always saw the spines there. That's very telling. And this is a scary move by BBoongBBoong because normally when you do the Spire, you do it when your opponent is sticking with the Zergling Baneling tech for quite a long time. But in this case, Zenio has already started to get a healthy Roach count. He's got a lair almost done. So you can start an Infestation Pit pretty soon. And there is the Spire, so it is going to be Spire. But I feel like Zenio is actually going to be completely fine. This is not a bad situation for him because he's going to be able to make the Infestation Pit as soon as he gets an inkling that there is a Spire out because he has his lair. And he's got the amount of Roaches out to pressure and hit a third base.
It's going to be pretty interesting to see if Zenio is able to capitalize on this the timing window that he has now in order to attack his opponent or to get the defensive buildings that he needs. The Infestation Pit at that. We'll see about this in just a few seconds. There's the Infestation Pit, and I just saw an Overseer morphing, so I guess Zenio is about to scout his opponent's main base, will spot the Spire.
He knows what's up. He's seen the spines, and he's like, alright, I get it. And he's going to even drop a Changeling in here. Totally set up to see the Spire. Sees it, and I really feel like BBoongBBoong, I mean, he made a risk choosing the Spire tech, but I think it was the wrong choice. I cannot agree with his choice to do this. He knew his opponent had started to build that Roach count.
Immediately upon realizing that's a Spire tech, we have the Spore Crawlers being built.
Yeah. And this is the second game in a row where Zenio's just left an Overseer to get smacked by Queens. But I guess he doesn't really care about his Overseer once their job's done, man. He's like, nope, I'm just going to leave it in the corner. 8 Mutas on the way, and like we mentioned, you know, the Spores are already going up. He's got Infestor Tech on the way. His Infestor Tech is done. He's getting the Pathogen Glands before he gets the actual Infestors out. And even this Overseer is going to be a little bit disappointed to find out the Spores are in place.
And he's switching right into the Roach production now. He's going for the Roach Warren, and he will not completely rely on the Mutalisk. He will try to do a little bit of damage. We have the Hydra then as well. Roach Hydra combination as a follow-up for the Mutalisk. So he's just trying to pressure Zenio a bit, force him to get Spore Crawlers and to get additional anti-air defense. We'll try to snipe the Overlords, and well, it's going to be interesting to see if Zenio is able to deal with the follow-up.
Yeah, it's
in the main base.
It's difficult to say. It's really interesting. It looks like he may, nope, not quite able to get that queen, but he is forcing a lot of lost mining time here. As you can see, Roach speed is done. +2 is on the way for Zenio. He's looking very strong here, Kaldor. +1 is not even halfway done yet for BBoongBBoong. He's starting Roach speed and grouped spines right now.
We have the first Infestors being built. I don't think he completed the Pathogen Glands upgrade, or did he?
He did.
He did? Okay.
Yeah, he's even got a few extra Infestors out. They almost caught those Mutas. And the worker count obviously even higher for Zenio right now. Everything looking good for him.
4th base.
Yeah, 4th base against Mutas. That shows you how well he was prepared, how weird the timing is here for BBoongBBoong. This is not the appropriate situation to go for Mutas. He is going to force a cancel here because there are no units nearby. His creep was not good enough just yet for that. Well, I don't think you can transfuse a morphing building, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't think he has enough energy anyways, but
that would be so cool. You could actually just instant build a building. Think about it. You just go in and you have like 10 queens, and then you Spine Crawler rush your opponent, and you go for boom, 10 instant Spine Crawlers.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I didn't mean to. Yeah, okay. Alright, Kaldor. I didn't think you could.
I like the idea. I like the way you're thinking.
I was pretty sure you couldn't, but I was like, I don't know. I've never seen anyone try. There's a reason for that. The Zerglings, or the Mutas rather, are continuing to control certain areas of the map. He didn't get a cancel off on that hatchery, and he wasn't able to kill any of the Mutas either, so that was a little nice, I guess you could say, a step up for BBoongBBoong, but these Infestors are, yeah, that's a little bit weird. I'm not sure about this. I don't like this at all, actually.
He's investing a lot of energy into those infested Terrans, and there are already units in position to defend against it, but at the same time we have a small run-by attempt by Zenio, which doesn't accumulate too much.
There's just too many spines, and he knows they're there, so I was really shocked by that choice. He's going to perhaps force a cancel. No, not even targeting on the hatchery there, so a ton of wasted energy, and his Infestor count that he had, that he built up, that he got so early is now basically worthless.
And we have BBoongBBoong now going for Infestors on his own and trying to attack the fourth base of his opponent. He needs to be careful. There are already a bunch of bungles with the Infestors. And here comes the attack. We have Hydralisks and Roaches for BBoongBBoong. Zenio needs to back off a little bit. Most of his Infestors are already gone, and BBoongBBoong might just be able to power through, but the rest of the Infestors arrives at the scene.
He doesn't have enough.
Change it.
His opponent has too many upgrades. The Hydras can't even retreat because they're off creep, and he knows this.
Nice.
He's going to try to burrow, but that's not going to be enough. He's actually just going to bungle those. I like that choice. No Overseer nearby. And things looking really good now for Zenio, even better than before. His opponent's +2 is only about halfway done, even less than halfway done. He's got 6 Infestors. Nice timing on those Infestors. He's going to finish up with the Pathogen Glands, getting his Roach count a little bit higher, but Zenio just is in such a great spot. He's even started to add Hydras to the mix. All he needs to do now is spread creep, and a bad rally by BBoongBBoong.
Yeah, very bad rally. He loses 2 of his Overlords. He loses a lot of units. BBoongBBoong is so far behind now. He went into the fourth base, tried to attack it. At the same time, he didn't have the reinforcements to deal with the army of Zenio. And
this
now it looks like, yeah, it's a desperation.
It is definitely desperation. It's not really going to accomplish a whole lot. He keeps burrowing his units out of also desperation, but I don't like Zenio's weird run-bys in this game where he's trying to attack these bases with spines, and also he's losing a lot over there. He dropped his own Infested Terrans to try to deal with his opponents, but not really very good targeting by BBoongBBoong. He wasn't able to really accomplish a lot. It looks like he's going to try to target this hatch, but like I said,
huge mistake in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know why he keeps doing this. It's just not effective.
Yeah, he lost all of his Roaches. He's trying to burrow in with Roaches into the expansion. But wow, he's going straight into the Spine Cross. He doesn't even realize it. Finally, he knows what's up and he unboards the Roaches, runs into the main base. But he's losing a ton of units right now. He's still way ahead of his opponent, but BBoongBBoong Prime is doing not too shabby given the fact that Zenio's just throwing away units.
Well, he has killed a decent amount of workers with that Infestor group, but even so, Zenio's harassment here killed a lot of drones himself, and he was able to clean up those rogue Infestors. So it looks like after he cleans up this army, he will be ready to go on the offensive. Notice his creep has slowly started to spread out a little bit. He killed the Baneling Nest here as well, something else to note. Not too significant in this stage of ZVZ, but actually going to get a few more drones over here. I feel like Zenio is just not quite keeping up with what he needs to be doing here in the middle stage of this game, but he is.
And I don't know, Zenio, he does not need to go for these cutesy run-bys. He has a huge army. He can just attack. He can just say, okay, well, let's put it out and I take you on, but he's losing more and more drones. This is his third. I don't think that BBoongBBoong should not be able to defend against it.
No, I don't think so.
Still.
Look at this, man. He's got a strong concave coming in here. He's got better upgrades. And he's going to have so many bungles available.
Spinecross in the back help out quite a bit, but the Roach and Hydra combination for Zenio is doing a lot of damage.
So many Overlords going down. The Hydra's not really engaging the army, but instead the Overlords. But as you can see, it does not matter, not even a little bit. No. And this is going to be it. Zenio will 2-0 BBoongBBoong, someone who recently has looked pretty unbeatable in ZVZ.
Very impressive performance by Zenio. I have to say that I'm a little bit disappointed with BBoongBBoong's play today.
It was very sloppy, at times even awkward.
That's not the ZVZ that I've been used to or watched when he was playing. I've seen his game against an ST. He completely outplayed him, and today he just was not on top of this game. A little bit disappointed.
Yeah, definitely so. I have to agree 110%, man. And he obviously looks a little bit disappointed. I think BBoongBBoong just, in that game, he went Spire. But you only go Spire if your opponent has stayed for a long time on Banelings and Zerglings when you know your opponent isn't teching up. And in this case, he wasn't sure. I don't know if he saw the Roaches, but I know he didn't see a lot of Zerglings. He didn't know whether or not his opponent was really sticking with that or not. And so to make that choice was a little bit weird, and it really did not pay off for him. And he broadcast the choice by making so many spines before his opponent was even moving out. So Zenio was like, oh. And he made his infestation pit immediately when the lair was done, and was able to scout them. He just put up spores as soon as he saw them, and I feel like Zenio just read his opponent much better than BBoongBBoong. You know, BBoongBBoong was behind. He tried to do something, but I don't think Mios were the right choice.
I don't think that BBoongBBoong was on top of his game today.
Definitely
Maybe just the day where he played a little. Well, there are some days where you just everything goes wrong. You
Yeah.
start to do something and you're not in the game with the right mindset, whatever. But today that was not really the BoongBoong that I expected. But well, congratulations to Zenio. He took it with 2-0 with ease, I have to say. Played a very nice game. A couple of odd choices in the last game, but it didn't actually matter because he was so far ahead.
Yeah, he
did
tried
so
to
well.
trade supply, but he did it very ineffectively. So it kind of helped BoongBoong out, but it wasn't enough to give him what he needed to win the game. The Roach count was always better. The economy was always better. So he just pulled way, way ahead. And that's how ZVZ goes most of the time. You know the timings if you're able to read your opponent or get that Roach count higher than your opponent and upgrades, et cetera, faster than your opponent. If you can push those riskier choices out. When do I make the tech choices? When do I get my first +1? When do I get my lair? If you can do that like Zenio did, defend against any type of player opponents, those that you like Baneley Aggression or Mutas, that's just how you win.
And that's what he did. So the first victory of the day goes to Liquid Zenio. We are heading into the second game after a short break. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. This is the GSL Code A with Calvin Wolf.